All right, we're live. Let's go. So it is June 7th. We're starting to go into the summer slowdown, right? Market starts to slow down towards the summertime due to the fact that a lot of people are out, not necessarily at their charts. They're spending time with family, cookouts, going to the lakes. So they're not actively trading, right? So the volume within the market is lesser than what it would be from when people are inside and they have more time on their hands to actively trade. So USDCAD, I'm going to go over some of the things that I'm looking at for the next couple of days. We see this huge push down, this bearish movement all the way down into what we have here as a level of imbalance. The level of imbalance acts like a magnet, right? It wants to be fulfilled before it continues its next movement. So considering the fact that this is now filled, we could now think about upward movement. It's fulfilled what it wanted to do. If you may have noticed, like over the weekend, there's a gap in the market. That gap is likely to be filled before it continues going into, wherever price wants to go at that point. So we've now filled in this level of imbalance. And we can now start to go into the smaller time frames to see what price is doing around this level of imbalance, right? Is it starting to hold up? Can we see signs of a bullish reversal, right? And NFP came out last week Friday, which meant that a lot of strength in the market, a lot of volume happened, and this week may be a correction to that, right? In this case, USD CAD pushed very strongly to the downside. So this week, the next few days may be a retracement. Now, are we going to get an entire move all the way back up here? It's possible because we still have this level of imbalance. I'm just going to clean it up. Price has now left this level of imbalance. So what we could potentially see is something along the lines of breaking through that liquidity and retesting maybe 50 or filling the entire thing. And then from there, price can either continue going, breaking up through these highs, which are potential targets, and maybe even these highs to fill in this entire level of imbalance. This is also liquidity. Where are you? Right? Money's attracted to that area there. So we'll see what we got going. Let's just check out what price action is going on in the 15 minutes. So we could be beginning to see some sort of an accumulation phase happening. This entire section can be part of an accumulation phase, right? So what we're going to potentially see is this here act as the selling climax. Got the second taps. Our SOW, right? Sign of weakness. Down thrust to go ahead and clear out all of this liquidity that we had, which are the second taps and the seller's climax, to then use this move as a spring. And what we're seeing now can be potential. I'll go ahead and do this. That's just one idea there. If that doesn't happen, and you may want to screenshot that, it could help in the learning of the Wyckoff logic. If that doesn't happen there, what we could see is a retracement. Right, and I'm going to set my levels of my time and place, right? Because we want to find our kill zone. Which will be around here. And will also be, gotta move that. Be around there. Alright, so could also be taking this into effect to act as a point of interest. And then to finally take out all of this liquidity here. Gotta stay flexible, right? Look at both sides of the coin. So there I have my two bullish and bearish scenarios. Price is squeezing, right? It is going to do something. And we also have this here to look at, which is if we want to use our Fibonacci. Wow. Liking this right here, and maybe even 50% of that. Get a nice reaction from that area. Well, that's my analysis on USDCAD. That's what I'm looking at. Two scenarios, maybe a bearish movement from here or a potential bullish movement out of this whole accumulation phase. So we'll find out. It's Sunday, so markets will pick up Monday, and we'll see what's going on.